All right. Hello, everybody. Let's see if we are streaming everywhere. Live video starting. Anyway, I'm just going to get started because I'm sure it's going to be fine. Hi. Hi. Oh, man. I think I'm a little nervous because this video is going to be different than other videos that I've done before. Why is this not starting? So annoying. Okay, fine, doesn't matter. Anyway, this video is going to be a little different than I did before. I think I'm just going to be like more honest, and I guess I hadn't felt like doing a live in a little while. So if you are popping on live now, say hi and let me know that you are here. I see there's people that are here now. Hey, and if you're catching the replay, just do hashtag replay because that's what we do in social media for the algorithms and all that. And also because I really want to talk to you guys. Okay. Like, I think one of the reasons that I haven't gone live for a little bit is that I have been feeling, I don't want to say bored, because I haven't been feeling bored, actually. I've been feeling so inspired. Not on social media, like in my real life, and in my programs, in my Turn On Your Virginius program. I've been having a really awesome time. I've been having a lot of fun. And then I pop on the social media, and every business group that I'm in, and every um, entrepreneurs group is just like, I made $10,000. I made $100,000. Like all that kind of stuff. Like, and I totally get it, right? Like, leave me a comment if that's what your news feed is full of, like women bragging about how much money they're making. Now, I want to caveat and say, first of all, I love women making money, okay? Like, I think it's fucking dope. Like, I want every woman to feel abundant and to look at her bank account and have like butterflies of excitement instead of like a sinking dread in her stomach, right? Like, I've been broke and it's felt awful. I have not made money in my business and it's felt awful. And also, I've made a lot of money in my business and felt awful too. And so, for those of you that are new to my world, hi, my name is Michelle Kanan. My company, my business is called The Satisfied Wife, and it's called that for a very important reason. And it's because I'm seeing so many women do this, and I don't want to say it's getting on my nerves because, like, I know it's coming from a great place, but it's cutting out reality, is cutting out like a huge chunk of reality in our lives, which is making success in our business all about the money, and leaving out or just like putting so much pressure around success and money and tying in our self-worth there, and it's just bullshit. And I wanted to pop on today because I want to talk about having a successful life, okay? Instead of waiting for having a certain amount of dollars or being in a certain place in your business before you can feel successful and before you can feel fulfilled and satisfied. Because what most entrepreneurs are doing, what most women, high achieving women are doing, right? Because it's not only if you own your own business, like, I own my own businesses now, but for the first decade of my life as a working person, like I was employed. I was working corporate America, I was working in marketing, I worked at L'Oreal for one point, doing like global social media strategy and like a fancy corner office. I made so much money that I just like ran out of things to buy. Shopping was my pastime back then, right? And in my life as an entrepreneur and as a coach, I've had like crazy cash months, right? Like if we're gonna brag, here I'll just brag because I'm not uncomfortable with bragging. I've had $40,000 cash months, not even like sales months. I've had like multiple, like five-figure launches, like all that kind of stuff, whatever. But there's something inside of me that I just don't feel good about, right? If you go to my feed, I don't post about that stuff. I don't brag about that kind of stuff. And it's not because I'm not a business coach, but it's because this like obsession with money and and it being a representation of success is such a lie. Is such a lie, and I'm not doing it to call anybody out. Okay, like, I love making money. Like, you ask my husband that, like, when I get a sale, I am dancing around the kitchen, and when my launches are going good, I am just, like, super, super thrilled. I love it so much. But in those moments when I've made tons of money, it has not been the thing that has made me happier overall, okay? And in fact, that month when I had that $40,000 cash month, I had basically like a nervous breakdown, like a huge contraction and retraction after that happened. When I was working in corporate America and I was making like multiple six figures, I was miserable, okay? I was buying all the things and traveling all the places. I owned my own apartment in New York City. I could do whatever I want. I could, whatever. And I had this hole, this insatiable hole inside of me that never felt like it could be filled. And that's the trap that I see so many successful, high achieving women fall into, that we think that when I make a certain amount of money or when I have a certain level of success, then everything is going to be great. Then my relationship is going to be great. My personal life is going to be great. I'm going to be super happy. I'm going to feel super good about myself. And let me know, like, leave a comment. Let me know if you've ever had that thought, right? Oh, if I could only make that much money, then I can relax. Oh, and if I get this many people to sign up for my program, then I'm going to celebrate and then things are going to feel good, right? And what we're doing when we do that is we're creating a cycle, unbeknownst to ourselves. We're creating a cycle of pleasure, right? That's actually fueled by frustration and fueled by pain and keeping us stuck on a loop or on an emotional roller coaster of delayed gratification, right? That I can only be happy or I will be happy when that thing happens. And this is the lie. This is the lie that I see so many successful, high achieving women, the trap that I find us falling into. And I'm voicing it because I did the same thing. Okay. Like when I left corporate America and I was like, I'm going to be my own boss and I'm going to have total freedom and life is going to be amazing. That was the goal. Okay. But slowly over time, unconsciously, I set up my life and my business in a way that still perpetuated where I was still treating myself like all of these stressed out bosses that I used to have with all these crazy deadlines, with all this like crazy importance, right? Like we have to be successful, we have to have the best launch, we have to make the most sales, everything has to be perfect, everything has to be seamless, or else we're bad, or else we're wrong. Stress, right? Like cortisol levels up and down, nervous system, like all over. And that affects our well-being, right? That affects our marriages and our relationships. That affect for those of you that are moms like me, that affects your ability and how you show up like as a mother and in your ability to mother or to be the woman, the wife, the mother, the friend, the human that you want to be. We're allowing our jobs, our businesses, we're prioritizing hitting those goals, thinking that once we hit them, everything's gonna be awesome, which is totally impossible when the path that we're carving every day to get there is not set up in alignment. Feels like shit, feels like high pressure, feels like I'm not good unless I achieve this. I'm not a success until this happens. I'm unworthy until I can brag about X, Y, and Z too. And then using money as a way to quantify or give ourselves permission to feel good. Now, if anybody's watching this and you're like, you need money, like your bank account is empty or you're just sort of at the beginning, not it's not even if you're at the beginning stage of your business. I don't want to say that because I wish that I somebody talked to me like I'm talking to you when I was first setting up my business. Okay. But nobody did that. Okay. Nobody told me, nobody was there to make sure that I set up my business to be healthy for my life, to be healthy for my family. And so I dragged my family. I dragged my husband. I tortured him. The emotional up and downs, okay? The oh my god, everything's so exciting. Oh my god, I'm a piece of shit. Nothing's working. Like I thought that that was normal. And it is normal, right, as experience, but that doesn't mean that's the experience that we have to have, especially if it's not the experience that you wanna have, and I didn't wanna have that experience. And for those of you that don't know me, this is something really beautiful and powerful that I wanna share with you. My my husband my husband had a sit down with me, and he told me that if I wanted to keep running my own business, cool, but I had to find another way to do business and be successful that was healthy, that was sane, that was nourishing, and that wasn't gonna affect our family in this way. Because look, for most of us that want success, we're not just doing it for ourselves, right? We want to build legacy, and we want to have freedom, and we want to be able to buy our families whatever they want. And some of you want to retire your husbands, and you don't want anybody telling you how to live and what to do, right? Like, we have all of those motivations. Me too. And then we set up businesses that fuck us over, and that fuck up our families, and that put all this stress and pressure on our relationships. And we don't realize that we're just perpetuating those old patterns, or doing things the way that everybody else is doing them. We think that it's normal and it's normalized. But y'all, I want you to know that there's a different way, and this is not a sales pitch. Like, I'm going to teach you a different way to sign up your business, okay? Like, I do have two private mentorship spots that I'm opening this month, but it's not specific to this. I just want to call and address like a bigger issue that's going on right now, because I'm not a business coach. Okay? On purpose, I'm not a business coach. I am an entrepreneur, a multipreneur. I've had my own businesses for like the better part of a decade now, and I've been a coach for and a healer for almost 10 years. And so there's a lot of things that I've had my fingers in. The most important thing that I realized in this 10-year entrepreneurship journey, and then the 10 years before that working in corporate America, is it doesn't fucking matter how successful you are. And it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you're not building a life, and if you're not setting up everything in your life to feel good for yourself and to take care of yourself and your family in a way that aligns with how you want your life to be, if you keep pushing that off until you reach your goal, what's going to happen, if it hasn't happened already, is you're going to hit those goals and life's still going to feel shitty. Because you're not paying attention to and being mindful of and making sure that your life is living up to the standards, is set up to the standards that you're holding for yourself in success and in your business. And what's your trauma response? Ah, that feels shitty. That is messy. That is, ugh, my relationship is ugh, like, but I know how to make money. I know how to be more successful in my business. So let me just come back over here. Let me just keep focusing on my business. Right? I am raising my hand because I did that. I used to shut my door in my office and open my computer and live here in social media with all of y'all, instead of doing the beautiful work of setting up my life and setting up boundaries in my business and with my clients and in how I make money, so that my business works for me instead of the other way around. And when my husband said that the way you do entrepreneurship is killing our family, I had all the feels. I was triggered as fuck by that. I was really pissed off about that. But you know what? He was right. I was doing everything that I saw so many other women do to be successful, to make money, to like hit those goals, to do those brag posts. And I was loving that, but it had crazy effects on my life. It distanced me from my partner. Okay. It made me look at him as like an enemy to my success. Like, get out of my way. I want to write something. Leave me alone. I have one more thing to do in my business. Like, spending time with you is keeping me from doing all these other things that I need to do. It made mothering a burden too. Like, okay, well, I can't do that because I have to pick up my daughter from preschool, or I have to put her down for her nap, or and let's be clear, those are all things that I wanted to do. I want to spend time with my kid. I want to have an amazing relationship with my husband. I want to feel deeply connected and very passionate and have really good quality time and do things with him and with her and be with my friends and have total like time freedom, right? That's the whole reason I started the business, so that it could work for my family, until I realized the trap that I was in, that so many women are in, where it became like the same setup of when I was working this like shitty in these shitty corporate environments, okay? Instead of fulfilling what I truly desired and wanted in my life. Hmm. When my husband said that to me, this is why I'm doing this video, because I want to say this to you, okay? For those of you that have your own businesses that are watching, I want you to take a hard look. Just take a look at your business. And I want you to take a look at all the things that you're doing in your business that you are forcing yourself to do or you feel obligated to do because that's the way that you need to be successful. And for those of you that are employed, right? Those of you that are working for the man, for a boss, for a corporation, I'm sure you have a long list of things that you have to do in order to make that paycheck, in order to get that promotion, in order for, people to get for you to get your holiday bonuses and all that kind of stuff. But I want you to just be clear that you're doing those things in exchange for your life force energy. You're doing those things at the expense of your happiness, at the expense of what is possible for you when you start saying no to that, so that you can start to say yes to what you really want. And I totally get that it can be scary to do that, but I want you to understand the reward that's on the other side when you start standing up for yourself and what feels good for you. Which means that the brags that you have are not only going to be about your, 10K sale or your, you know, multiple six-figure year. Like, great. The truth is that lots of people are making money, okay? And that money is a renewable resource. They're printing money all the time. You can sell something tomorrow. And my first job, I was a telemarketer when I was in high school, and it was just a numbers game, just calling people and getting them to sign up, reading the same script, just getting the more I did, the more people I talked to, the more money I made for that company. Like, it's just a numbers game. Like, that's how it works, okay? But I want you to be able to brag about how fucking soulful and connected and deep your relationship is with your man. Okay. Actually, I want you to think about what you want to brag about. Like, if you thought about your relationship, what would be like the juiciest fucking brag that you would like want to say? Like something that would make your friends jealous. Like, bitch, how are you doing that? Right? Like, how do you have that much good sex? Like, how do you get your man to just like support you all the time? How do you get him to schedule dates and to take care of you and to cook and to be fixing things all the time and to be a real co-parent for you? And if you're a mom, like, what would be your dopest brag as a mom that made you feel like I'm killing it? Okay, because look, no doubt I have days where I'm frazzled and I'm not killing it, and I'm out of whack and all that kind of stuff. And generally, if you're in my world, you know that we track our hormonal cycles, and a lot of it has to do with where you're at with your period and the activities that you're doing, if they're honoring where you're at energetically, but that's another story for another time. We can talk about that later, right? Because what I'm talking about is aligning your whole life to support you in feeling rich and abundant as fuck, and not just from your bank account, okay? And not just from who's paying you, and letting that dictate your self-worth, or letting that dictate your satisfaction, or whether like things are good or not, okay? Because a lot of women don't want to close their computers, don't want to put down their phones, because the rest of your life feels messy. The rest of your life feels chaotic. It feels disconnected. You don't have a road map for that. You don't know how to have it all in a way that feels good for you. But that's what I do. Okay. That's my job. That's why I'm a relationship success coach. Okay. If you're a woman that's watching this and you're making that money and you have systems in your business and you know how to grow your business, I'm pretty sure there's a part of you that is bored, that is unfulfilled. And I gotta tell you that making more money and doing another business mastermind and having an even bigger launch is exciting, right? It's so cool, right? No matter No matter if it's like a $97 masterclass or if it's like a pay in full, I get so excited when somebody signs up for something. Like I'm always dancing because of it. Like it feels so good. And at the same time, business isn't everything. Okay. You are more than your business. You and what you want, your desires are deeper than how much money is coming into your bank account. And I know you think that, oh, if I hit a certain level, if I keep crushing my business goals, if it's if it's 6 figures now, it's 7 figures later, it's 8 figures. And I'm just calling bullshit on that for you because I've been there and I've seen all my clients that I work with that are at this level. It's a delusion, right? For all of you that are like against the patriarchy and against capitalism and all that kind of stuff, it's a delusion to think to chase after money as if hitting it is going to give you happiness. In a moment, it will, right? You get that dopamine hit and everything is so good. But just a few minutes later, the next day, where's the next hit coming from? Where's the next achievement? Where's the next sign up? What's the next launch that we're doing? I've been there and I want you to think about if you feel like you're in a trap with that, if you feel stuck and to get honest with yourself, to go inside and to feel inside of you the pain of what is really missing in your life. Cuz I've talked to women that are like, crushing it at work and feel this huge gulf between them and their husbands. I've talked to successful women that haven't slept in the same bed as their man in years. I've talked to successful women that have lost all this weight and their bodies are amazing and everything, and they can't feel sensual. They can't feel the powerful, amazing, juicy energy inside of them. They can feel when they make more money, and that's fucking awesome and excited, and we can brag about that all day, but they don't know how to love themselves. They don't know how to feel worth unless their business is crushing it. In fact, it's all coming from those outside things and they're avoiding I'm not trying to call anybody out, I'm just using it as an example here. They're avoiding what really matters to them. And I've done this too. Like my heart feels really really tender in this moment where I've been afraid. I've been afraid to connect with my husband. I've been afraid to tell him how lonely I feel and how much I need him um and how hurt I am. And so I just go back into my business. Just go back into my business because it feels good. It feels good. And that's fine. But I want you to have this invitation from me. Okay. If you want to talk about this more, shoot me a DM. Okay. I'll send over a few questions to see like where you're at because I want you to do a deeper dive with yourself to understand that you are worth more than the money that you're making and how much you're hustling for in your business. And some of you might be using success and money making as a way to avoid really diving into the heart of what you really want in your life. What is it? Is it passion? Is it connection? Is it purpose? Is it desire? Is it like a certain quality or feeling in you that like always seems out of reach? Is it a way that like you don't know how to connect even with yourself? I know that it's like there's a way that it's just like it's hard to talk about because it's about something mysterious. It's about a certain kind of life force energy. It's not quantifiable like, a stack of $100 bills and rolling around on the floor in $100 bills, but it's the feeling, it's the quality of being in your full expression, in your full truth, falling deeply in love with yourself, like feeling like the energy of who you are is just like bursting out of you, like you're just obsessed with yourself. You love yourself. You are just, you just, imagine like living life like that all the time and then letting that pour into your business. Imagine how much better your business and your money making would feel then. And imagine how much better your relationship would feel. And imagine how much better being a mom would feel. And imagine how much better it would feel to be you, a woman in this world. Like, that's the kind of woman that I want to talk to. I am not interested in talking to a woman that all she cares about is making money. It's like boring to me. It's just a system. Y'all know it's just a system. What's the strategy? Let's do the strategy. and let's repeat it and let's repeat it and let's repeat it. That's just what business is. And sometimes you go on a ride as you know, are you worthy enough to hold that much money? Are you good enough, you know, to be on that level of success? Like we bust through those kinds of ceilings like 100%. But yo, I want you to have that experience, not just when it's connected to your business. I want you to have that experience as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, if that is who and what you are and what you desire. I want you to feel rich in all of your life. I want you to have that feeling and that experience, not just when you're in front of the laptop and you're writing your sales pages or you're putting together your reports or talking to your clients. Like, I know that's good. I want you to learn how to have that experience in your private life when the computer is closed, when nobody is watching, when you're not making an Instagram story, but when you are choosing what clothes you're wearing and looking at yourself in the mirror and standing barefoot in the kitchen with the fridge open, trying to decide what you want to eat and dreaming about your plans and what you want for yourself and what you're going to do today and how you're moving down the street and the relationship that you have with yourself. Because when you do that, it wakes up some other quality in your life. It inspires a new kind of relationship between you and your husband. It changes the way that you get to show up as a mother and as the woman that you want to be in this world. And most of us are not doing what we want to do. We're not being the best of who we want to be in a way that feels good for us. And we have one life, just one. This is it. I mean, whatever's going to happen in reincarnation, cool, cool. We'll get to that, you know, when we get to that. But I'm talking to you, the woman that when you hear these words, you're just like, oh my God, like, ah, I know you want more. I know you want more, and you do not have to blow up your marriage, and you do not have to blow up your career or business, and you do not have to run away from being a mother in order to have it. And if that's what you want, if you want more, if you want to feel rich and abundant and successful and sexy in all parts of your life, I want you to shoot me a message because I opened 2 spots for working privately with 2 exceptional women, okay? Married or in partnership specifically because I know that a lot of women are afraid if they grow, they're gonna leave their husband behind, or you feel that you're growing and he's back here and you're just like, "What the fuck is going on? Why isn't he meeting me here?" Because there's a different way to do it where your relationship gets to be part of that growth portal, where you guys get to grow together, where your business gets to be successful and you get to make shit ton of money, but it doesn't separate and divide you from your man. Where the things that you do in your business and how you show up there don't keep you from being the wife and the mom that you want to be too. Like the way that I see it, I've been having these really cool conversations with so many interesting women. I'm asking women, I'm like, would you rather have it all or would you rather live richly? And maybe I'll do like another live on this next week, right? And it's sort of like at a divide, right? I don't know. I want to live richly. I don't know. I want to have it all. But what is most important, what every woman says, is it doesn't matter if they have it all. And it doesn't matter if they live richly. What matters is that it feels amazing and that it's beautiful and it's fulfilling and it's uplifting and it's everything that we ever wanted it to be. Like it's about the quality of how it feels. That's what I'm talking about. I want you, the woman that's watching this, to have the quality of life, the quality of experience that feels rich no matter what you're doing in your business, no matter how much you weigh, no matter what pressure is going on in the world around you or what's like happening in the news, I want you to feel like the universe is making love to you, is spoiling you. I want you to feel like your man is spoiling you and constantly making love to you and giving you everything that you need, and that you know how to join forces with that and be in that kind of creational energy instead of sourcing your satisfaction or your self-worth or your happiness from the payment pings that are coming in your email inbox or from your sign up. So okay, I think I'm going to go. All right, so if you're having struggles with that, right, if you're making great money, if you're growing your business, if things feel like yeah, they're going good, but why am I not feeling like consistently happy? Why am I things not going well in my marriage? Like I thought when I got to this level, like everything would be gravy, but like me and my man feel separate and I don't know how to show up like the woman that I want to be. And like, I want to feel like a goddess, but I don't. And I want to feel sensual, but I don't. And I want to feel abundant, but I don't. Shoot me a DM, okay? I'll send you a few really thought provoking and expansive questions. You'll answer them, you'll send them back to me. We'll see if we feel like continuing the conversation. And if you do, I have an amazing, amazing journey planned for you for the next 6 months, complete with a luxury in person VIP retreat with me in New York City and in my countryside carriage house with like gourmet food and massages and rituals and howling at the moon and lots of like really fun stuff like that. And it's 6 months of expansion and growth and just surrendering and melting into the luscious wild woman that is inside of you just clawing to get out, that wants so much more than you sitting in front of your computer working on your business day in and day out. All right, mamas. So I'm going to go. If this is you, if this is calling you, if you're just like, I don't know if this is me, but I want to know more about this, hit me in the DMs. I'm super excited to talk to you about it. And I hope this video was helpful. If it was, if you know a woman that's going through this, I mean, I feel like send this to every woman that you know, every working woman, because so many women are struggling right now. And I've been there, and it feels really, really hard. And I want you to have an experience that feels abundant and feels possible, where you feel turned on every day, where you feel like you are connected to that like energy inside of you where everything is possible. Everything's always working out for you, and you can have everything that you want because you can. And when you're in that place, your man will join forces with you. The way that you connect with your kids will change. The way that you show up and build your business and make your money will also change in such a beautiful way. And you'll have that full, the full life. You'll have it all. You'll have it all in a way that feels really, really good for you. Hmm. That's what I want for you. All right, my love. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be back next week live. Super excited.